Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these reviews for shows, so what better way to get back into it than with Ring of Honor, their show from July 27th, 2013. Very big episode of Ring of Honor because of Steel Cage Warfare, which I'll get into momentarily, but let's start off this review. We start with a tag team match. The debuting tag team. This is the first time on television they've teamed up. Mike Seidel, who's the younger brother of Evan Bourne, Matt Seidel, and Zizou Madou. I'm not kidding, that is his name. Zizou Madou. Sounds like something you would say as a kid. They take on the American Wolves in this match. First time seeing Seidel and Madou as a tag team. They both have, and I noticed this, if you are a fan of Van Halen, like I am, they both had the Frankenstein guitar design as their tights. Mike had the red and Zizou had blue. So it was sort of cool to see that. This was a good match. I was really impressed with Zizou Madou. I've seen Mike Seidel a couple times. He's a good wrestler. Madou, first time I'm seeing him, did good in this match, I thought. He hung with Richards for a little while, and, when Edwards came in, he hung with them. A couple of cool spots in this, including Seidel hitting a moonsault from the top rope onto the floor onto both the Wolves. Very good tag team work by Seidel and Madou. I'm not saying right now that they're going to be the future of tag team wrestling. There's still a lot of work in progress. Still got a ways to go. But they held up on their end in this match. The Wolves get the win after Edwards hits a double stomp to the back of Zizou Madou, and then Richards hits a double stomp onto the chest of Madou. They get the 3 count and the win. What was interesting is after the match, both Seidel and Madou refused to go by the code of honor and shake the hands after the match, which was very interesting. I don't know if they're going to have them set up as a heel tag team or if they're going to come off where they were frustrated that they didn't win this match and just didn't feel like shaking hands. Then we get a very nice, very good video package of ROH and Scum leading up to Steel Cage Warfare, and for someone like me who has not, had the chance to catch up as much as I'd like to with this whole feud, this was done so well. The video package, it really focused on all the main points, the important details of this whole rivalry leading up to this match, done very well. So Steve Corino joins Kevin Kelly at ringside for the Steel Cage Warfare match. Rules are war game-like rules. One member from each team will start a 5-minute period. A coin toss took place earlier in the day, which was won by Scum. So after the 5 minutes, Scum would then send their second man in, and every 2 minutes it would alternate until everybody's been in the ring. At any point in time, a guy can be eliminated via pinfall and submission, and the last member or members, sorry, my phone's going off, the last member or members of a team left is declared the winner of Steel Cage Warfare. What's on the line in this match? If Team Ring of Honor wins, Scum is done. They are disbanded. If Scum wins, Steve Corino becomes the new matchmaker for Ring of Honor. So, who do we start Steel Cage Warfare with? Well, it starts off with Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer, that classic rivalry that these two have had literally all over the U.S. I don't think that feud's ever going to end. They go at it for a 5-minute period. Some good action. Jacobs hit a tilt-a-whirl Hurricane Rana that sent Whitmer into the cage. Whitmer with some power moves on the Jacobs. After the 5 minutes have gone by, Rhett Titus was the next guy into the match for a 2-on-1, and then after that 2-minute period had ended, Michael Elgin comes in for a 2-on-2. Now, after that 2-minute period ends, Cliff Compton comes in, and he brings in some stuff. He brings in powder, plastic, like Ziploc type cuffs, and there's this line, because Carino, throughout this match, he's just going after Whitmer, going like, oh, he's the Andre the Giant of drinking. He, wants to do the drugs. So Compton comes in with his bag of powder, and Carino goes, boy, Whitmer, he's probably running right now to that bag thinking it's cocaine. Ooh, boy, I know he's trying to get heat, but whoa. So Compton gets the powder, throws it into the face of Elgin. He and Jacobs tie Elgin to the cage. Meanwhile, Titus is with Whitmer, and then Titus grabs Whitmer. Compton goes to the top rope. They hit a jumping spike pile driver. 1, 2, 3. Whitmer's the first man eliminated from this match. So, and that's all during that time period. So then after that 2-minute period, Jay Lethal comes out to make it 3-on-2, although Scum has the advantage. And, Elgin and Lethal are doing the best that they can. So after that 2-minute period ends, Rhino comes out. Rhino's the final guy for Scum. So the first thing he does is he hits Elgin with a devastating gore. It was, I'm surprised Elgin, had his boots still on. So then he tries to hit the gore on Lethal. Lethal moves. Rhino gores Rhett Titus, and then Lethal hits the lethal injection onto Rhino. 1, 2, 3. Rhino's eliminated. Not even in the match for a minute. Rhino is gone. So, all 4 members of Scum have come out. Rhino is gone. 3 members of Ring of Honor have come. 1 is gone. So, after that last 2-minute period, Kevin Steen is the last guy that comes. And this is where it gets fun to watch. Because before Steen can enter the cage, Matt Hardy comes from behind, attacks Kevin Steen. So the steel cage door is left open. Everybody comes out. All the other 5 guys that were in the cage come out. They're fighting all over the place. And it's done so good. It really is done, to a T. I mean, you got Steen fighting Hardy. Compton would come in to try to help Hardy. You got Elgin, with Titus. Lethal would be with Jacobs. It's just back and forth all around ringside. The crowd's eating it up. So after about 3 to 5 minutes where that is all outside of the cage, they get back in the ring. Titus and Lethal are the 2 men that are the first 2 into the cage. And moments after that, Lethal hits the lethal injection onto Titus. 1, 2, 3. Rhett Titus is eliminated. So Team Ring of Honor has the 1-man advantage. So Lethal fights with Jacobs. And Lethal tries for the lethal injection again, but Jacobs hits him with the steel chair, gets a 3 count. Jay Lethal's eliminated. So now we're down to 2-on-2. Compton and Jacobs against Elgin and Steen. And remember, Jacobs was the first man in this match. So he has been in it throughout the entire bout. So after a couple of minutes of fighting, Compton climbs the cage. And Elgin follows him. He catches him, and then he hits a super Elgin bomb from the second rope. Pretty much knocks the breath out of Compton. 1, 2, 3. Cliff Compton's eliminated. Then Steve Carino gets desperate. He gets involved into this match because now it's 2-on-1, and Scum is down with 1 man left. So Carino gets into the ring, and Elgin sees him Elgin grabs him, and Carino throws a fireball into the face of Elgin, literally blinds him. Jacobs with a schoolboy. 1, 2, 3. Michael Elgin is eliminated after the fireball. That was done really well, I thought. So now we're down to Jacobs and Steen. And it's sort of ironic that it comes down to these two guys. Because along with Carino, they were scum for a long time before any other members came in. So Carino gets this briefcase, opens the briefcase, and he starts pouring stuff on the Steen. It's lighter fluid. He's pouring lighter fluid over Steen's body, and he's going to burn him. I mean, he's going to burn him. He's probably going to kill him. Jacobs tries to stop him. Carino back elbows Jacobs. I don't know if he knew that, but that would make a good storyline. And it just would work so good. So Carino's just obsessed at this point. So he's about ready to light the matches. All of a sudden, here comes Nigel McGuinness. McGuinness comes from the back. They have a stare down. They fight. Carino, tries for a punch, misses. Nigel hits a lariat, knocks Carino down. Matt Hardy's still in the cage. Hardy comes in. He's about to hit the twist of fate onto McGuinness. Hardy gets kicked by Kevin Steen. Steen hits him with the package pile driver. And then Jacobs gets up. Steen hits him with the package pile driver. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Steen is the sole survivor, wins the match for Ring of Honor. Scum is done for. And then, to make this even more interesting, Adam Cole comes out. He's standing in the aisleway, in the entranceway, while McGuinness and Steen are shaking hands, celebrating, and that's the end of the episode. So, this was a good episode. The tag match was good. Seidel and Madhu, they're going to get more matches in the near future. They have the potential to be a good team. They do have the potential right now to be a good tag team. But this whole episode was all about steel cage warfare. This was going to be the end of the feud, the end of the rivalry. They did a good job with this. They just did a good job booking the match, booking the order, how the eliminations happen. It was just a good way to end this feud, and I'll be honest, even though I am a Ring of Honor fan, but I'm sort of glad that this whole scum angle is done, because this could be their version of Aces and Eights, their version of the Shield, where it's still going on. But Ring of Honor, I do believe in my mind, had sort of this idea that this group was not going to last for that long. And for them to have gone from their formation at the 11th anniversary show, which I think was like in March, to when it was taped and aired, it's just perfect timing, I just think. So it was a good job booking-wise by Ring of Honor. This was a good show. I would recommend this episode for those that want to get up to date on Ring of Honor, what's currently going on TV-wise. This is a good episode. I would recommend, to catch up on, see what's happening. And the next set of episodes are going to be the Providence, Rhode Island tapings, including a big tag team title match.